Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video you'll see an unboxing of what could be my favourite theme for a game ever. It's Masters of the Universe Battleground. I can't wait to get this open. Masters of the Universe Battleground tabletop skirmish game by Archon Studios. Now this isn't going to be the box cover you'll get when you get the game. You can see the image I put up here on the screen is going to be the image that you'll get. So this is a prototype box for the game. And this is just so I can give you a sneak peek of everything that's going to be included in the game set before the release, which is going to be on the 26th of April in the UK. A huge thanks to Archon Studios for sending me out this prototype version to show you. I'm so excited. I'm a big fan of He-Man. I grew up with it as a kid. I've even got the original He-Man figure here as well. So this is really cool, a great theme. And so in this video, I'll get it open, show you all the contents and everything that's included, talk through some of the things that might change when the game's released, such as the paper quality of the books and things like that. And then I'll get the models built so you can see them all put together and laid out on the battlefield. Alright, let's get this open and we'll get the lid off. And here we go, Masters of the Universe Battleground. So we've got the original 80s style font and everything, so the branding is bang on. And this is just so exciting, so cool. Here we go. We've got the two sprues, and I'm going to go through each thing in detail. I'll just get it all unpacked first. But we've got our sprues with He-Man and his allies, and then we've got Skeletor and his allies on this sprue. And then we've got loads of terrain in here. So all different pieces, real chunky, thick, heavy, good quality plastic by the feel of things. So we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sprues of scenery. Then we've got another piece of card as a protector there. Let's get that out of the way. Then we've got our big sheet, which is going to have all the tokens, the measuring rulers we need, and it's also got the game board, and it's got the hexes on here as well. And then in the bottom is packed with cards. So we've got all different cards. We've got our fate cards, which we'll have a look through, and I'll flick through the whole deck once we go through everything in detail. We've got our character cards. So we've got He-Man and Skeletor packs there with all different weapons that they're going to come with. Then there's the dice altogether. There's going to be 10 dice. They look like they're 12mm dice, but we'll measure them to confirm. And then we've got some item cards as well, so you can add extra items to the characters through the game. Then I'll just take this insert out, and that's going to reveal 3 booklets. The first booklet is the Miniatures Assembly Manual. Now these paper booklets, this might not be the finished version you get on the 26th in the UK when you order it, but from what I'm looking at, it's great quality. So yeah, if they improve on that, even better. But to be fair, that's a really good quality assembly by the look of it. Here's the rule book. Really great. This looks awesome. I had a look at the PDF already, so it's great to see the printed version. And so we'll have a flick through of that. And then there's the Battleground book as well. And so the same thing applies to this. This paper quality could change when you get the actual box that you can order. And there we go, that's everything that's included. So now let's have a close look at everything. We'll go through the sprues, the books, the cards, and everything in detail, get everything built, and then I'll lay it out on the table so you can see exactly what it all looks like when it's built and assembled. Okay, we've got to start with the Masters of the Universe sprue. So this is going to have He-Man, Stratos, Orko, Ram Man and Man-at-Arms on there. And so you can see all the bases are formed already. So these are going to be great. Just paint them up and they're going to be ready to play. And now the sprues are different colours. So you've got the Evil Warriors with Skeletor in purple and Masters of the Universe in this yellow gold colour. So you don't have to paint them. You could play it once they're assembled, but it's got to be done. And I'll be doing a painting video, an instructional tutorial on how to paint He-Man later on this week. So I can't wait for that. But here's the sprue. Great plastic. It feels really sturdy and strong, which is awesome. And the details are really great on this. Let's have a look at He-Man first. I'll get in a bit closer and just focus the camera here. There we go. So you can see you've got He-Man looking awesome. And then those other characters. Orko is looking great in this. There he is. There's Orko. So some really great details. The castings come out nice. I can't see too much cleanup necessary here. So once we get these trimmed off, scraped down, they're going to be good to go. Awesome. So loving this. There's the first one. That's the Masters of the Universe sprue. Now let's have a look at the Evil Warriors. And so this one is going to include Skeletor, Triclops, Evil Lyn, Trapdoor, and Merman as well. So if you collected or had any of the toys when you were younger, then you might recognise these characters. But they've put some good ones in the game, so I'm really happy with that. You'll also be able to pick up Battlecat as well as part of a tournament prize. So there's going to be a tournament running for this game, and then Battlecat will be a prize. So we'll find out more about that, and I'll update you here on the channel. But let's get back to looking at this sprue. So the same thing, great quality, loads of cool details. I'm loving the bases. These are really nice. So they're going to come up great. Let's find Skeletor and have a look at him. Where is he? Where's Skeletor on here? That took longer than it should have for me to find him, but there we go. There's Skeletor, looking pretty menacing. So this is great. So some really nice characters, and the weapons have come out in this proper 80s style. You can see the sword there, looks fantastic. So this is great. These are going to be so fun to put together and get painted up. So that's the sprues for Masters of the Universe and Evil Warriors. And now we've got to check out the terrain. Now we're going to get loads of terrain all together. And here's the first sprue. And the good thing about this is once you trim it off the sprue, clean it up, it's going to be ready to play. And then it stands on these hexes. So it's going to be able to stand up just like that. So it's going to be really quick to get playing. So that's really nice. I don't think any of these need to be glued together, but I'll double check that later on. And so you can see you've got all this texture of like the castle walls, but then we've got the electronic parts included as well. So if you ever had Castle Grayskull as a kid, you could recognise some of these elements for sure. So yeah, really great quality on these. And so that's the first one. And we're going to get two sprues like that with the ladder on. So two of the same there. And then it looks like we're going to get two like this as well. So you're getting lots of walls in this, so lots of cover. And the ways you can arrange it all on the battlefield will tell us how to do that in the book. So we're going to get two like that one. And then this is the third version. So we're getting some smaller pieces of scatter, more walls. I love all the details on this, really great. That crest is good. Let's get a close-up of that. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's really great. And you can see some awesome detail on these scatter pieces with all the skulls, the different weapons. The axe looks familiar. Part of a statue there. And then these little consoles are really good. So I like those. And so altogether you're going to get two of those pieces of terrain as well. Now let's take a look at the cards. And so we've got character cards and weapon cards. There's going to be 10 characters, one for each model, and 55 weapon cards. So let's have a look at the Evil Warriors first. I'm going to get this card pack open. I'll cut that open so it's ready to go too. Put that out of the way. Right, let's check these out. So I'll be going through like a review of the game later on as well. I'm going to play a few games this week and then do a little review of how the game goes. So then I'll go into a little bit of detail about this. And there's also a battle report planned as well. So you'll be able to see the game actually being played. So that's really cool. But here we go. Here's our character cards. So you'll get one for each model that's included. So I'm loving this. It's just bringing back so many cool memories when I was a kid and I had the toys. Because I had all these models, which is so great. So there we go. There's all the character cards. Trapjaw, he was awesome. And then here we're going to get the weapon cards. And I'm liking the artwork. This is pretty quirky. So there we go. So we're going to get all different cards here for different weapons, from Fireball, Magic Blast, Shadow Strike. So lots of spells going on here. Battle Axe. Yeah, these are really nice. So I like how they've kept with the cartoony style as well. So it's really good. The Purple Sword of Power. Havoc Staff. So loads of weapons going on. Some ranged weapons now we're coming to. Lots of ranged weapons. So that's really great. So there we go. So there's all the weapons and character cards for the evil warriors. Now let's have a look at Masters of the Universe. He-Man, Man-at-Arms, Stratos, Orko, and Ram-Man. And again, if you want Battle Cat, you've got to take part in a tournament and maybe even win it to get a copy. So yeah, more info on that coming soon. And now these are all in English, and there's going to be lots of other languages coming out as well. So in June, it's going to be released in German and Polish. And then in July, it's going to be French, Spanish, and Italian. So there we go. So you're going to get lots of different languages, not just going to be in English. But the English version is the 26th of April. So let's have a quick flick through these. Fireball. I think some of these could be the same. Yeah, a lot of these, they might be the same actually. You get the same weapons each, it looks like. Yeah, I would say so. There might be some different ones in there. Great quality as well, these cards, so really nice. You might want to put them in some card protectors. But it looks like you're going to get the same weapon pack each. So each side gets the same weapons available to them as they play the game. Next, we've got Fate cards, and there's going to be 96 Fate cards and 18 Glory cards altogether. So there's going to be lots here. As we go through, Fate. Okay, so 96 Fate, 18 Glory, and then it looks like we've got 2 packs that are the same. So as we go through this, they'll be the same. So those ones will be our Glory cards with this yellow colour, and then we've got the more bluey purple colour, which are going to be the Fate cards. So this is going to tell you all different things. At the end of this activation or interruption, gain that. So there we go. Or +1 to that. So this gives you little instructions. And you'll get a deck each. So these are going to be the same. Both Fate decks and Glory decks are the same. Now we're on to the item decks. And you're going to get 48 items altogether. So 2 packs. Each pack will have 24 items in. And these are going to be the same as well. So you're going to get all different items that are going to give you little bonuses and buffs to your stats. So really great to see the cartoon imagery. It's just so fun. And really plays into the old school theme of He-Man, which I'm really happy about. So there we go. Yeah, really nice cards these. So you've got to be happy with that. That's the item cards. Then we've got 10 12mm dice, and there's a little plastic rod in the bag here, and that's going to be for Orko because he's hovering above the ground. There's a big sheet of tokens included here and the measuring rulers as well, and so you're going to get mana tokens here. These green ones are all different things that they can do to like debuff your character, and then you've got yellow ones which buff them back up. You've got Overwatch. Then these ones are Focus, Replacement, and then there's a Merman mark here as well. And then you've got Wound tokens, and then your measuring gauges. So all different tokens, which are all going to make sense once we do a review of the game, and actually after it's been played, and then do the battle report, you'll see all this being used. Next, we've got the miniature assembly manual, and don't forget that the paper could be different from the actual one you get. This is the prototype, but it's great quality from what I see here. Got the logo and all the branding on point with the original Masters of the Universe, and then we've got really good, detailed, colourful instructions on how to build your characters every step of the way. So that looks really easy, but some really nice, solid instructions there. One for each of the 2 sides that are included. And then there is a bit of assembly by the looks of things for the terrain. So we do have to build this. So that's a little platform that we attach to the ladder. And let's see if there's any more. So that's it. So there's only a little bit of assembly for the terrain. And then once we colour it in, it fits in with a colour of Castle Grayskull that you might remember. And then on the back is just plain like that. And here's a great image of Castle Grayskull. This is awesome. This is the Battleground book. So here we go. This is going to prepare you for a battle and talk you through it. This isn't the rules, but this is just going to get you ready and get you set up. So it explains everything, the layouts of the board. So you've got different battle plans to work off there. So you can put the terrain where it tells you to. and then all different tokens, maybe objectives, things like that. And then you can add notes about your characters, the cost, weapons, other items and things like that. And then here's some information about the tournament scoring, and there's going to be a big emphasis on tournaments coming from Archon Studios. They're really going to focus on that and introduce it across everywhere that the game's available. So whichever country you're in, there's a good chance there's going to be a tournament, and that's where you could have the chance to pick up BattleCap. And the game's also going to be supported on an ongoing basis. At the end of the year, they said there's a big expansion planned. So that's really exciting, with other expansions in between. So this isn't a standalone game. There's going to be lots more coming to it. And I imagine there's going to be a lot more characters as well. We know BattleCat is going to be available at the tournaments, and with these expansions coming, we're only going to see more characters too. So that's pretty exciting, and I can't wait to see what characters they bring out next. That just leaves us with the rulebook. So let's have a quick flick through, and again, this could change. The quality looks great though, and so here we go. So this rulebook altogether is 31 pages long, so it's not going to be massive, not rules heavy, and so I think this won't take too long to learn at all. So you're going to find your component list and everything that's included in the box. You've got your basic concepts. It explains your first game setup and the battleground, so that's really good. And then it goes through playing the game, the different phases, tests, gives you some nice clear examples, so it's laid out really well. You've got all the different icons and everything, which are really handy. You've got your character actions with actual demonstrations from the game with some great photos here and images, how to use ladders and platforms, the attack process, and then a ranged attack examples. So again, really useful to have these examples to make it nice and clear. But this is what I really like. You've got all these images going through it, so you're not just reading chunks of text, you've got a nice reference to go by. Then we've got extra effects, Overwatch examples, additional rules if you want to add those and make it even more complex and exciting. And then all different rules there, so lots we could add to it. Explains all the items and mana, how that affects the game. Massive models, so this is maybe a little taste of things to come. We're going to get some big models to do battle with. That's going to be fun to see. And then the credits at the end with the index. So there we go, nice small rule book, but there's quite a lot contained in there. But I think with those examples being nice and crisp and clear like that, it's going to be an easy one to get going with. Okay, now we've unboxed everything, you've seen everything that's included. I'm going to go away, get the models built, put together the terrain, and then I'll get the board and lay that out on the table so you can get a good look at the board and see what all the miniatures look like when they're all put together up against this awesome terrain. So I'll see you back here in a second. Before we look at the miniatures, I've got the board out and unfolded it on the table, and you can see it's a great looking board. It's one-sided, so the other side's just going to be blank, but there's some really nice details on it. It's all got the hexagons all over as well, so that's going to make it easy when you set up the terrain pieces. And then it's also numbered as well, so you've got numbers down each axis, so that's going to help you to really orientate where every piece needs to go. There's nice little details like weapons and things standing out, so great looking board. And here's all the contents that go with it. We've got the cards that we've looked through for the fate items and characters. We've got tons of tokens, real good thick quality card. And then just the artwork's really cartoony. I think it really fits in with the style, and it's kind of true to the original as well, which I really liked. So some nice details, great print quality on what I can see here, but don't forget this is a prototype. Yours may be slightly different, and if anything, it's only going to be improved. I've clipped out all the terrain, and it's just great. Some really nice textures, like we saw, the great details of these little consoles against the brickwork that looks like the brickwork from Castle Grayskull. The crest is brilliant. All these little pipes and things really add to it. And so, yeah, definitely true to the original He-Man. If you played it back in the 80s, then you would certainly recognise the vibe that's coming across here. All these little scatter pieces are great. Really nice details in those too. And then we've got all different sizes, from these half size to little pillars, and then to the big bits too. The only terrain we had to assemble was the bit at the far left with the ladder, and I didn't glue it, I've just clipped it in place just to have an option to change it later on. Now on to the best bit, it's the miniatures. And here we've got Skeletor and his crew. So some really awesome miniatures. Great, nice and easy to put together. The instruction book was very clear, so it made it really easy. Reminds me a lot of the Underworld's miniatures actually, how it goes together, and also the bases already formed. So 5 nice evil warriors to get battling with. Skeletor's going to be awesome to paint up. I can't wait to do that. And then Trapjaw as well. Great characters. So I'm glad they've included some of these originals. You've got Evil Lyn there as well. Then on to the Masters of the Universe. We've got He-Man in the centre and his crew. And again, really nice details, really true to the original vibe. Changed a little bit with the body shapes and things, but I think it's fantastic. I just love it. Look out for the painting tutorial I'll do real soon for He-Man, and then I'll get all the others painted and then hopefully do the battle report for this game, but I'll certainly do a review of the game after I've played it. So there we go, that's everything we're getting with the game, and there's a little bit of information to go through with release dates. So the UK English version is going to be the 26th of April 2022. In June it will be German and Polish, and then in July it will be Italian, French and Spanish. The retail price is $99, but if you follow the link I put in the description below to motubattleground.com, then you can sign up to the newsletter and you'll get 10% discount off that direct from Archon Studios. But it's also going to be available in your favourite game stores in your country too. So how cool is this? Masters of the Universe Battleground. I love it. I can't wait to paint it and play it and make the review video where I talk about how the game's like to play, because it's going to look good, but it's also got to play good. So hopefully it'll be real fun. The rulebook looks awesome. And so that'll be up on the channel real soon. And if you'd like to see the battle report in full, and if you'd like to see a how to play series, let me know in the comment section below and I'll pass that feedback on to Archon Studios and see what we can do. A huge thanks again to Archon Studios for sending me out a copy of the game to review and unbox here on the channel. I don't think they could have picked a better theme for me to show you here, and I'm so excited to finally be able to share it with you. Been looking forward to do this for a long time. So thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you think about the look of the game down in the comments section below, and is this something you'd be interested in adding to your collection? I hope you enjoyed the video, and please give it a like if you did like it. Subscribe for more videos like this, and also hit that notification bell so you can keep up to date with everything here on the channel. I'd like to say a huge thank you to my Patreon supporters who make these daily videos possible, and if you're interested in joining the community, it'd be awesome to see you there, and I'll put a link for that in the description down below.